Chapter 31 and 32. I zoomed in a little bit now. Hopefully I can read a little clearer. "How fast we are going all of a sudden," the ladybird said. "I wonder why." "I don't think the seagulls like this place any better than we do," James answered. "I imagine they want to get out of here as soon as they can. They got a bad fright in that storm we've just been through." Faster and faster flew the seagulls, skimming across the sky at a tremendous pace, with the peach trailing out behind them. Cloud after cloud went by on either side, all of them ghostly white in the moonlight, and several more times during the night the travelers caught a glimpse of cloudmen moving around on the tops of these clouds, working their sinister magic upon the world below. Once they passed a snow machine in operation, with the cloudmen turning the handle and a blizzard of snowflakes blowing out of the great funnel above. They saw the huge drums that were used for making thunder, and the cloud men beating them furiously with long hammers. They saw the frost factories and the wind producers in the places where cyclones and tornadoes were manufactured and sent spinning down towards the earth. And once, deep in the hollow of a large billowy cloud, they spotted something that could only have been a cloudman's city. There were caves everywhere running into the cloud, and the entrances to the caves, and the cloudmen's wives were crouching over little stoves with frying pans in their hands, frying snowballs with their husbands' suppers. And hundreds of cloudmen's children were frisking all over the place and shrieking with laughter and sliding down the billows of the cloud on toboggans. An hour later, just before dawn, the travelers heard a soft whooshing sound above their heads as they glanced up and saw an immense gray bat-like creature swooping down towards them out of the dark. It circled round and round the peach, flapping its great wings slowly in the moonlight and staring at the travelers. Then it uttered a series of long, deep, melancholy cries and flew off again into the night. "Oh, I do wish the morning would come," Miss Spider said, shivering all over. "It won't be long now," James answered. "Look, it's getting lighter over there already." They all sat in silence, watching the sun as it came up slowly over the rim of the horizon for a new day. Chapter 32. And when full daylight came at last, they all got to their feet and stretched their poor cramped bodies, and then the centipede, who always seemed to see things first, shouted, "Look, there's land below!" "He's right," they cried, running to the edge of the peach and peering over. "Hooray, hooray! It looks like streets and houses. Oh, but how enormous it all is!" A vast city, glistening in the early morning sunshine, lay spread out 3,000 feet below them. At that height, the cars were like little beetles crawling along the streets, and people walking on the pavements looked no larger than tiny grains of soot. "But what tremendous tall buildings!" exclaimed the ladybird. "I've never seen anything like them before in England." "Which town do you think this is?" "This couldn't possibly be England," said the old green grasshopper. "Then where is it?" said Miss Spider. "You know what those buildings are?" shouted James, jumping up and down with excitement. "Those are skyscrapers! So this must be America. And that, my friends, means that we've crossed the Atlantic Ocean overnight." "You don't mean it!" they cried. "It's not possible! It's incredible! It's unbelievable!" "Oh, I've always dreamed of going to America!" cried the centipede. "I had a friend once who—" "Be quiet," said the earthworm. "Who cares about your friend? The thing we've got to think about now is how on earth are we going to get down to Earth?" "Ask James," said the ladybird. "I don't know. Oh, I'm wondering they must have changed ladybug to ladybird in this version." "I don't think that should be so very difficult," James told them. "All we have to do is to cut loose a few seagulls. Not too many, mind you, but just enough so the ones can't quite keep us up in the air. Then down we shall go slowly and gently until we reach the ground. Centipede will bite through the strings for us one at a time."